What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time stopping in, thank you for joining me. We're doing things a little bit different today. We're taking a break from Harley content and moving over to dirt bike content. It's summertime, it's track days, it's trail days, and my bike needs a little bit of love. So we're gonna be doing some Tusk radiators, some all balls racing wheel bearings, and we have a product review from Auxito. Let's check it out. Alright, you guys, so I know I haven't really ever formally introduced you guys, just kind of sat in the background, but this is my 2014 Kawasaki KX 250F. It's a 4-stroke, it's a really fun bike. I've put just over about 100 hours on it. I bought it with about 13 hours. It's seen a lot of track days, some C-class racing, some trail riding. It's been nothing but a blast to own. All I've had to do maintenance-wise, besides normal wear items, is oil changes on the engine. Never done a top end, never had to, knock on wood. Yeah, so I have no problem throwing a couple $100 in parts on the bike to keep it running smooth and happy. So we're doing front wheel bearings, rear wheel bearings, radiators, and re-lube the chain. It's already got new sprockets, everything like that, new chain guides. So should be good to go besides that. And then we're gonna be doing that product review on that Auxito kind of all-in-one battery pack slash jump starter slash air compressor. We'll use that to pump up the tires on the dirt bike. Maybe we'll try to throw some air in the bike. Maybe we'll even try to throw some air in the Denali wheels. Just kind of see what it's capable of. They hit me up and asked if I was interested in doing a product review for their part, and I thought, you know what? That thing would be great to have in the saddlebags of my bike on long road trips with my tire patch kit. If I end up in the middle of nowhere, I can throw a new patch in, pull that pump out, air it up, and be on my way. So I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about that. Even though this is a sponsored review for them, I will obviously be completely honest with and unbiased with my opinions of the product. And yeah, so let's just hop in and have some fun. Hope you guys stick with me. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the radiators here. This is gonna be a little bit different format than you guys are used to seeing from me. I've just now gotten my groove with Harley content and kind of like instructional, this is where it is, this is what size it is, kind of just like a, you know, one way of doing things. And I want to get more well-versed with kind of different things. So this one is kind of just gonna be me hanging out in the garage with you guys, saying what I'm thinking, a little wrench in here, a little small talk there, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Maybe get a little bit more of my personality through to you guys, and you know, just keep having fun. So please let me know how you guys like this stuff, if you want to see stuff like this in the future. Obviously, now that we are getting into doing some maintenance on the dirt bike, I want to take you guys for a ride. The trails are very close to my house. Within about 2 miles, I have a lot of DNR land, trail riding available to me, and I haven't utilized it in quite some time. You know, you get busy with work, you get busy with other things. Next thing you know, it's been a year since you've started your dirt bike, and I just, who is he, right? So I'm hoping that this kind of gives me a kick in the butt to bring some of that content to you guys, and throw the GoPro on, throw the Insta360 would be cool to throw on, and you know, pop some wheelies on the road on the way up there, and do some trail riding, and you know, kind of dust the cobwebs off. So it should be fun. This should be a fun little side quest within the YouTube channel, and if you guys like it, maybe we'll keep doing some stuff like this too. You know, now that we're in summer and my Harley's kind of where I want it for the summer, I don't want to tear into the engine right now. We're still waiting for some more tuning options to become available. You know, I don't want to do some paint work or anything like that too crazy that's going to put the bike out of commission right now. But once winter starts, we'll be powder coating things, we'll be pulling stuff off, we'll be doing engine work, you know. So it'll be kind of a good time then to do that stuff. So for now, I'm kind of trying to diversify and get good at filming some few different styles for you guys. So be patient. I'm sorry if I'm already rambling too much. I'm trying to have fun and be a personality with you guys. So yeah, anyways, maybe we should cue a time lapse. Yeah, let's cue a time lapse. All right, you guys gotta stop letting me do time lapses. The whole point was for us to get to hang out. Okay, we've got the radiators off here. Look at how crunched up this one was. There was a few incidents. Everything's fine. It's fine. It only leaked a lot. So we've got the new Tusk radiators. They're aluminum, not too expensive. They're gonna hold coolant. That's cool. We have 2 radiators. Look good. Fins look good. They're not all bent like the other ones, so that's exciting. Well, as I'm going to mount these radiator guards back in, they're just shot. They're not wanting to stay in. I had them baling wired in before, but you know what? We're gonna do better this time. We're gonna go ahead and toss those, order up some new ones. So for now, it's bolted up tight. We'll go ahead and hit these hoses. So as I said, trail riding, this bike is a ton of fun. You know, 450s are fun and cool for a lot of power. They're easy to get around the track. You know, you don't have to corner fast. You can just throttle your way through whatever skill level you are. But these 250s, they really do require you, especially if you're a little bit bigger, they do require you to actually carry your speed through corners, and they honestly make you a better rider. So for anybody that's ever wondered, like, hey, I'm 175 pounds, should I get a 4-stroke or a 2-stroke? Should I get a 250 or 450? I would say 250 2-stroke is a great low maintenance and you know, fun option to really learn and honestly progress instead of just getting by. And it's going to be safer if you're not you know, a seasoned rider. 2-strokes are a different animal. 2-strokes are a lot of fun, like a 125 2-stroke. So much fun. So light, so nimble, small, but you know, you're rebuilding a top end like every 20 hours on those things. So 4-stroke's really the way to go if you want reliability. And these Kawasaki's have been killing it in reliability. Hondas, I've seen top ends need redone every 50 hours on 4-strokes. Not these. Maybe the new Hondas, not so much, but my experience with, you know, 2015 CRF 250 and my like 2008 CRF that I had really bad metal in the heads. So you'd pound the valves through in a heartbeat, reshim those valves every like 20 hours, otherwise the bike would stop running. So anyways, tight. This hose is tight. Need to get that still. All right, everything's good there. Go ahead and hit the other side, and yeah. All right, you guys, so we have the radiators on and tight. Everything's good to go. We are going to be using what is called engine ice. It's like wetter water. This stuff's freaking fantastic. It's what I've always run in my dirt bikes. It's good stuff. So it's already all pre-mixed. Don't have to do anything except pour it in. Spill a little bit for good luck. And we'll go ahead and pull the seat off after this. Throw the air filter in, and we'll fire it up and get this water flowing through the bike, and should be good to go. Get all the air out, or at least most of it. All right, you guys, so we've got the coolant topped up, but we need to start the bike, run it for a few minutes, make sure no air bubbles come up, and then lower the coolant level. So we're gonna go ahead and fire it up and go from there. Cannot believe it starts that easily with bad fuel, because this fuel is like a year old. All right, you guys, I am super stoked with that. No leaks, got it all topped up. Thing runs great still. That's good news. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that Auxito care package and check it out. All right, so I think we'll use the Denali tailgate here and get right into the Auxito jump starter with air compressor care package. So this is from a company called Auxito. I've actually used their products before. I bought some fog lights for a few of my previous trucks. They sell LED lights, stuff like that, bulbs, so on and so forth. So according to this, we have the ability to charge your mobile phone, your camera, you know, iPad, game console, anything. This is a battery pack. It's got a flashlight, so you've got lighting options. You've got the ability to jumpstart your vehicle with this. You've got the option to pump up a tire, or, you know, perfect example, they've got, you know, floaties, footballs, volleyballs, whatever you need. This thing can kind of do it. I'd imagine it does have some limitations in terms of battery life and, you know, how much pressure it can overcome within something, but something like a floaty or a single tire, if you're on the side of the road, I think this thing will come greatly in handy. So opening it up, we have the jump starter leads here. This looks like it's just gonna plug right on in. Okay, user manual. Here we have our air compressor lead. That's gonna plug into the unit, and then this will go on your tire. We have a USB to USB-C cord. It's probably to charge it. And then here we have a few different fitting options for pumping different things up, including a needle for like a basketball, football, something of the sort. So, getting into the actual unit itself, well packaged. Yeah, not too big. That's good. This is something that I'm gonna be able to throw in my saddlebag on long road trips in case I do run into maybe a flat tire or any sort of an issue. Let's say the bike dies, has no power, and my phone's low on battery because I've been using it for a map all day. Got probably hours of battery bank life in this, I'm not sure, but you know, we'll look into that. So yeah, like I said, you got your flashlight, you've got your you know, lead for the air compressor. Right here is going to be for our jumper cables. So let's figure out how to turn this thing on. I don't think we need to use the instructions, but yeah, no, we're just gonna wing it. So we've got a nice little protective cover there. Okay, power button, press and hold maybe. Look at that. All right, so it's showing our battery life is currently at 80%. Usually with new batteries, new products, you want to charge it right away. We're just gonna break the rules here and get right into it. So right here I see a flashlight logo, so we're gonna try that out. Okay, there is our flashlight. Tap it again and you get a flash. That's good if you're on the side of the road with no power. At least you have something to kind of indicate to drivers that you're there. Oh, and you've got a flashing red. That's good. So, yeah, okay. So those are the options with that. I don't know what this M is. Okay, so now I'm showing a tire pressure, showing 0. Honestly, I probably am going to need the instructions because this thing's way fancier than anything I know about. So to charge any of your devices, you're obviously going to just plug into either the USB-C or the USB here and plug that into whatever device you need, and it will automatically start charging from the power bank. To jumpstart the car, we are going to pop open this cover here and plug it in like so. Okay, it is lit up and flashing. So I'd assume then we can go ahead and put the leads on, as the instructions say, and then it's already smart. It already knows to do that. So basically, there, go hit the ignition, and it should start. So that's all there is to it. No pressing any buttons, no doing anything. That's nice and simple. I really like that because, you know, maybe not everybody is inclined with electronics. Getting into pumping up a tire. That's honestly the thing that I was most excited about. When they reached out about this product, it was like, that thing has an air compressor built in, I'm in. Because one of the things that I do deal with yearly, it seems like, is a nail or a screw in a tire. Last year it was my BMW, the year before it was my Denali, with brand new tires. That sucked. Actually last year my Triumph Speed Triple 1050 in the rear tire. So yeah, it's bound to happen, especially if you're lane splitting or riding the shoulder in heavy traffic. You're gonna pick something up, and being able to patch it and just pump it up, keep on your way. That's the difference between needing a flatbed, you know, standing in 100-degree heat, calling somebody. So we've got the lead hooked up here. Short press the M button to select the inflation mode. Each time you press the button, you can switch between the 4 inflation modes of car, motorcycle, bicycle, and ball. Long press is key to switch between PSI, bar, KP. Okay, all right, simple. So we're gonna put it to motorcycle mode. That's gonna default to 35 PSI. That's not what we want. With a dirt bike, you only want like 14 PSI. So there's motorcycle 35. There we go. Okay, so we can set that down. I'm gonna set it to 14. You can obviously turn the air compressor on and off, but anyway, so 14 PSI, we're gonna go ahead and throw that in the front tire of the dirt bike. So we've got the lead on the wheel here. We're gonna set the PSI down to 14, and we're gonna hit the power button. Definitely pumping up. Not too loud, not that that matters. Oh yeah, it's working. Very cool. Very cool, wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Now, the next question is, how much battery did we just use? We started out at about 80%. So, I don't know how we get back to kind of regular mode here. Maybe we'll just turn it off, or long hold. Yep, okay. Turn it on. 79%. We used 1% of this battery life to pump up this tire from 3 PSI to 14. That's pretty dang good. So we're gonna go ahead and do 12 PSI on the back tire. Hold that power button on. This thing does turn off quickly to save battery life, which I'm totally okay with. We're at 79%. We're gonna cycle into motorcycle mode. We're going to default it down to 12 PSI in the rear. Okay, and then hit that power button. And just like that, we got 12 PSI. Very nice. From there, you can just press and hold and shut it off. You're done. Alright, you guys, now that this thing has done a killer job pumping up the dirt bike tire, I was going to do the Harley, but honestly the PSI is perfect in the Harley. I don't really want to mess with it. Let's just jump right to the Denali here. So we've got Nitto 420s. These are 305/35 24s. These are 24x14 American Force forged polished wheels, and they are overpressurized because this is a stretch setup. And so if this air compressor can move the needle on how many PSIs in this tire, I am seriously impressed, because this thing is tiny. If this thing can really push, I think these should be holding 60 to 65 PSI of air right now, even though they're only rated to like 55. So if this thing is really, you know, can take it from 65 to 70, my freaking 100 PSI pancake air compressor can't do that. So if this can, buy one of these, all right? So we're currently at 60 PSI. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take pity on this thing. It did move the needle from 60 to 61 PSI. That is asking a ton of a little unit like this. It'd be much more fair to try this on the BMW, so we'll go ahead and walk out to that, and we'll throw the air compressor on that, because that was just mean, honestly. But it did go from 60 PSI to 61. The little engine that could, you know? So, we got guys outside weed whacking. Hopefully we can hear okay, but we're gonna go out to the BMW and try this thing out. So here we are. This is my 2013 BMW 335i M Sport X Drive. It's a mouthful, I know. Really good looking car. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and set the camera down here, and we'll do a more fair evaluation of this tire pump's capabilities. This is kind of more like what you're gonna experience if you end up on the side of the road in your family car or whatever. Oh, currently it's at 18, 17, 18. Wow, okay, that's low. Let's go 35 then, actually. So, hit start. All right, you guys, and just like that, 35 PSI is now in the BMW tire. We're gonna go ahead and pull this thing off, get back in the shop, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this. All right, you guys, so getting into my final thoughts of this Auxito power pack, air compressor, jump starter setup. I think that this is a great addition to a like a bug out bag, or something that you're gonna keep in the trunk of your car or the saddlebag of your motorcycle on, say, a long trip. Now, make no mistake about it, this is definitely not a, you know, pump up your trailer tires, your truck tires, your car tires, like your regular shop air compressor. That's not what this is for. This is great in an emergency to pump up a single tire if you're on the side of the road, or you know, jump start your car if your alternator starts to fail, get you to, you know, an auto parts store or a repair garage, things of the sort. So it definitely has a huge value in its place, as long as you understand, you know, kind of what it is used for. So it does what it's supposed to do. It looks good, it's compact, it comes well packaged, it's got a really good carry case, you know, nice, bright, you know, keep it, you know, under the carpet in your trunk, and you can always find it, and as long as you keep it charged up, it's gonna do what you need it to do. So, having said that, check out Auxito. Like I said, I've used their bulbs and fog lights in you know, other trucks and stuff that I've had, and I've never had a problem with any of their products. So, thank you to Auxito for sending me this, and check them out. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get this front wheel off so we can get this wheel bearing swapped out. All right, so now that we got the axle nut loose, now we're going to be able to undo these pinch bolts and get the axle out. And actually, if we go ahead and throw this back on, give us something to tap on so we don't mess up the threads. Alright, so these are sealed bearings, but this little sleeve in here, I'm still going to go ahead and grease up a little bit. There are rubber seals with, you know, springs and whatnot, so going ahead and giving a little bit of love to this, and the axle itself is no harm, no foul. So, got that all greased up. New bearings spin much more freely than the old ones, as you can imagine. So we're just going to go ahead and find a socket the right size that will tap on the outside race. You don't want to tap on the inside race. If you tap on the inside race, you'll destroy the bearing. So always on the outside race, tap it in until it sits flush in the shouldered spot. Slip the sleeve in, same thing on the other side. Bob's your uncle. Unless you don't have an uncle named Bob, then I don't know what to tell you. So you heard the sound change and you could feel it change there. You know now that it is up against the shoulder. It gets a bit more like tinny of a sound and feel. Anyways, all good. So, spin it around. I told you guys not to let me do an instructional video, and here I am doing instructional video. But you know what? This is actually more than just kind of a specific, you know, how to do your dirt bike thing. This is, you know, relevant to a lot of things. So, you know what? I don't feel too bad about ending up doing an instructional video on this. So, all right, so pop these seals on here. That's gonna protect from dirt getting in. Same thing here. And just like that, the axle is back in. Oh yeah, that front wheel, I will tell you guys for free, did not used to spin like that. All right, you guys, well, that front wheel bearing is all done. I think I'm actually going to wait on the rear wheel bearing because it's a little bit more of a pain. You got to reset the chain tightness afterwards, and I did just do that a few weeks ago. So it's honestly fine. It's just they came in a kit, so I have them both. But really, that front one is what needed it. And so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. You know, in the next few weeks, I'll just randomly, in one of my Harley videos or something, throwing the radiator guards in. And then this bike will be ready to go trail riding. And I would love to take you guys along for that. So stay tuned for that. I know almost all of you are here for the Harley content, and I don't blame you. It's way cool. But if you guys are here watching this, you know, sticking with me, I truly, truly appreciate you guys, and I hope that this is something that I can do more with you guys, if you guys appreciate it, or maybe I'll just try back later after, you know, some time with the channel. Kind of feel it out, and so yeah, thank you for watching, and please check out Auxito. They have a lot of cool products. They're very affordable, and I've never had any issues with any of their stuff. And once again, thank you to Auxito for sending me that product. I think that's everything. Likes, comments, questions, concerns. Catch you guys in my next off week.